So I tend to pick up a lot of cheapies. Some hits, some misses, some just okay somewhere in the middle. And in this video, I've picked up enough to this point of the year where I felt like I could bring to you what I feel are the 10 best of what I've picked up so far this year. At least my favorites for one reason or another. And we'll discuss those here in just a moment. So stay tuned. So these are ranked accordingly from 10 to 1, and with the first one, this was just so cheap, and I love a good cool water flanker. It's Davidoff Cool Water AQUAMAN. So, not what I expected it to be. Pleasantly surprised though. Expected it to be more aquatic than it actually is. It's actually a little spicy, slightly boozy, very woody. It's a little smoky. The orange is real prominent up top for this one. It's not the aquatic fragrance I thought it would be, what with it being aptly named AQUAMAN, you know? You would think that, but it just smells great. That's why I'm going to spray it again. I want to smell it. It's quite lovely, and I only paid $16.99 from Burlington for this 125 ml bottle. If you find this out at the rack stores for $17, it's a solid pickup. It really is. It's not mind-blowing. It's not some super crazy unique DNA. It's not some super powerhouse fragrance. What it is though is a nice, enjoyable, slightly below average performing fragrance that's great for the summertime, especially if you're on a severe budget, which is pretty much everything in this video is for the budget conscious guy that's looking to smell great for a little bit of money. You can do a lot worse with $17 on a fragrance at some of these rack stores than what you'll get with Cool Water AQUAMAN. Like I said, you see this one out there 20 bucks or less. I say don't hesitate to pick it up. I think it's a great fragrance, 4 to 5 hours in longevity, and it smells nice. That's always a plus, right? Along the lines of a Polo Blue Eau de Toilette, CK Eternity Aqua, that style, which that's a version of Polo Blue essentially. Tommy Bahama Maritime Journey. Though the note breakdown tells you one thing, the scent profile tells me another. Much more fruity, melon, cucumber, watery, aquatic than that note breakdown will tell you. It's basically a green apple, oak moss, almost chypre type of fragrance according to the note breakdown, but that's not what this smells like. This smells like the original Polo Blue. Performs similar. Nothing spectacular, super fresh and enjoyable, fruity, watery, aquatic type of scent. I paid 30 bucks for this 125 milliliter bottle from one of my Burlington hauls. I love wearing this one out the shower. I haven't worn it in about a week or so. Great casual, daytime, hot weather scent. You can't go wrong with this one. This is one of those, you know, just enjoyable when it's super hot outside that's going to be refreshing and cool you down. It'll really make it push if your skin's heating up, it's super hot outside. It'll make it project. Not going to last real long, 3-4 hour fragrance type of stuff. Nothing special there, but it smells really, really good. And another one that you're going to get a lot of it for $30. 125 milliliters is a lot of juice. And like I said, if you like Polo Blue, you want to spend a few bucks less and get pretty much the same scent with the same performance, take a look at Tommy Bahama Maritime Journey. Now this one surprised me. It was recommended by a lot of you guys. I kept passing it in these rack store videos, and you guys kept telling me, Ross, grab a bottle of Paris Hilton for men. So I finally took you guys up on it, and this is one of my favorite out the shower fragrances now. It's so different. Cucumber and fig leaf. Interesting combination. They have a note called mountain air. Don't know how. Don't know why, but it does give it an airy appeal. A nice, clean breeze type of smell. Believe it or not, they accomplished something here with that. It's watery. It's fresh. It's a little crisp. The cucumber in this is crisp. The fig leaf is not overdone. It's not a real juicy fig because it's the fig leaf and not actual fig. I'll tell you what, the scent on this one is, I got to spray it some more. It's that good. It's that good. Nothing but like 2 to 3 hours. It's refresher type of stuff. But it's a great gym bag fragrance, great out the shower, one that you can absolutely wear to work, great in the heat. This is geared for hot weather. You just got to keep it with you, refresh. You can over apply with this one because it is a little loud if you go really heavy. You know, I'm talking 10 plus sprays. I consider going into the really heavy territory. But this is one of those fragrances that you can indeed do that. If you really want to push, you can go heavier on the trigger. You'll get maybe an extra hour out of it, out of longevity. By doing so, you can always just apply a bit more. And it's one that the scent's so good, you're going to want to keep smelling it, so you won't mind reapplying. And it's in the $20 to sub $20 range for a 100 milliliter like this. Quite enjoyable. Like I said, it's become one of my favorite out the shower scents and great as a gym bag fragrance. That is Paris Hilton for men. So I've picked up a lot of fragrances from Banana Republic this year. Icon line stuff. They pop up at Burlington all the time. So far, this has pretty much been a Burlington video because I frequent Burlington more so than Marshalls these days because our Marshalls kind of sucks. But the Burlington's pretty good. And I have to say my favorite of them is the freshest, the cleanest, the greenest of all the ones I've picked up. That is Vintage Green. One of the most popular. For good reason. Very herbaceous, fresh, a little soapy, but not a super soapy scent. Vintage Green's a great name. It does have a slight maturity to it because it's not super playful ambroxan, blue fragrance type of stuff. It's not super synthetic. It's got this green lime, petitgrain type of smell going for it. It's very, very green and very, very fresh and woody. I really dig that about it. It's average at best in performance, 4 to 5 hours. Spray your clothes, you might even be able to get into that 6-hour range. You can go a little bit heavier on this one, and you're not going to offend anybody. It's not really loud, but you can choke yourself out if you go too heavy up here in front of your face on your chest. But it's lovely. It's worth every penny. You can find these for 20 bucks every time Banana Republic fragrances are popping up, whether it's Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Ross, or Burlington. I see them a lot at Burlington. I love Oud Mosaic. That's kind of 1A and 1B with this. This technically 1B because that could have went right here, but I wear this in more situations because it's so fresh and easy to wear. I do like my easy to wear fragrances, and this is definitely one of my favorite cheapy pickups of the year. My favorite Banana Republic pickup for sure. Number 78 Vintage Green. So I'm just going to say, for me, this is sleeper pickup of the year. For $15, I'm still surprised at how much I enjoy this fragrance. It's Perry Ellis Portfolio Elite. Basically smells like Chanel Platinum Egoiste with some tonka bean in the dry down. It's lovely. If you like classic barbershop, for 15 bucks, you'll have a winner right here. Another one, average at best performance, like a 5-hour fragrance for me. Pretty loud and aromatic in the first hour, really gets out there. Soapy clean, has that spice going for it while still getting that shaving cream lather type of smell going. Not so much on the aftershave, more on the shave foam, shaving cream lather type of smell. Like I said, with the spices, the musk, you get all of those wonderful things. I don't get a lot of citrus from this, but it's a lavender bomb for sure. A creamy aromatic lavender at that. Really surprised by this one. Justin was as well. I actually used it in a blind smelling rate with him. He had nothing but great things to say about it. You can do a lot worse with 15 bucks on a fragrance at these rack stores than this. I think this is a fantastic hidden gem. I'm just going to say it. It's probably the most studly $15 fragrance I've smelled this year. And when I say studly, I mean because it's a hidden gem. It's delightful. And I think it's a great pickup. Is it super special? No. But because it smells as good as it does for $15, that's why I'm saying that. Because, I mean, I could easily see this being a $30+ fragrance. If it was in a different bottle, you wouldn't know any differently. I think for 15 bucks, it's fantastic and probably the best cheap pickup for versatility that I've grabbed this year, though not my favorite. It's technically my 5th favorite of the 10. We're talking about Perry Ellis Portfolio Elite. Take Le Male, add some amber, remove the mint, and you are going to get Carolina Herrera 212 Men Sexy. I actually like this more than original Le Male. I do. You get the aromatic nature, the creaminess, the powderiness, the vanilla. It's warmed up here with some amber instead of having that mint, that freshness of the mint. And it performs about the same. It is attention getting. It is great for evening wear, date night, dinner dates type of stuff. This is a fantastic little fragrance. Solid performer too, above average on my skin, anywhere from 6 to 7 hours really on my skin. I'm happy with that. I spent 40 bucks on this one, which is right at the cutoff for what I consider a cheapie. And I'm very, very happy with this one. I've worn it to dinner twice now. The wife really enjoys this one. She loves the aromatic vanilla because it's very aromatic from the lavender, and the vanilla is very creamy in this one. Like I said, it's basically Le Male minus mint, add amber, and you get 212 Men Sexy from Carolina Herrera. Very, very happy with this pickup, hence the reason it's in the top 5. Again, that's 212 Men Sexy. While not the first time I've smelled it, I did go through 2 samples that came in other gift sets from this house. I am glad to finally add a full bottle. Not something I'm wearing right now because it's not really built for the winter. I mean for the summer, excuse me. But once the fall hits, I'm going to be spraying this a lot more. It's sweet, it's leathery, it's a bit unique in my opinion. It is the original John Barbados. Yes, that's right. I love this stuff. It smells so damn good. The dates in this make it so unique with that smooth leather. This is such a smooth fragrance that doesn't smell very synthetic. John Barbados is known for really making these not so designer fragrances. I love that about the house. I always have. Haven't smelled the newest ones, Artisan 20 and John Barbados 20. I do need to check those out. But I got this in a gift set for 30 bucks. Super happy that I have it. Like I said, not one I'm going to wear right now. Way too sweet. While not a real big performer, 3 to 4 hour fragrance, I don't care. It smells fantastic. Scent is the most important thing to me. Sometimes a fragrance can do everything you need it to do for the right situation. 3 to 4 hours is all you need. Or, in the event, sometimes 6 to 8 hours I find is the sweet spot. Anytime I can get 6 hours plus, I am super happy, but I don't shy away from a nice cheapie that'll give me this level of performance if it smells great, whether synthetic or not. And this is definitely not a synthetic smell. Nothing new, been around a long time, was not a blind purchase for me, but it's one that I am glad to finally get a full bottle for. I do have a lot of fragrances from the house. It's a fantastic designer house, and there's a lot of fragrances from this, mainly John Barbados and Nick Jonas Silver, that could have went in this spot because that was an awesome pickup for 25 bucks this year. Kind of a mix of Coach for Men and Sauvage. That almost beat this out, but I'm happier to have this than I am that, believe it or not. One of my favorite cheapie pickups so far this year, the original John Barbados. So at the releasing of this video, this is going to be my scent of the day. At the recording of this, it's the previous night, but I have the original. And it's okay. I used to wear it sporadically. Don't really wear it much anymore. I have the Absolute Flanker, which was disappointing when I bought it because it's just a slightly sweeter Boss Bottled. Because when I want to wear Boss Bottled, I just wear Boss Bottled. But this is so much better than the original. I think it's the best in the line, and there's 3 in the line. I'm talking about the Mont Blanc Emblem line. This is Emblem Intense. This is a 60 ml that I recently picked up. Haven't given it a full wearing yet. Just a few test sprays. Did a first impressions the other day. Violet leaf and cinnamon. It has this fruitiness to it up top. It's just so nice. It's youthful. It's not a serious fragrance at all. This is a lovely casual fragrance. Even into the polos and stuff like that, I feel like that's a great attire for this. T-shirts, polos. I even go as far as Oxford with it, but I don't think it's serious enough to where it's something you would want to dress up beyond that. But definitely that, just want to smell really nice, a little different, not, go down the same path of your blue fragrances, your mass appealing fragrances. While nothing challenging here, still easy to like, just a little bit different. Like I said, fruity, violet leaf, cinnamon heavy. It is a more intense smell of the original. It's a solid performer. It gets some pretty good projection based off these test sprays I've had so far. I'm going to have a full wearing. I've been loving smelling it, so I'm sure I'm going to love the full wearing. This is definitely one of my favorite pickups just based off of test sprays and first impressions so far. So if you see this one out there, yes, you can get it a little cheaper online if what I'm saying entices you to want to purchase it. I would say check around online because you can get a 100 milliliter bottle for what I paid for the 60 milliliter, 30 bucks. But I like finding stuff out at these rack stores. I love being out in the wild. I love the thrill of the hunt. And I am super happy that I picked this up. And it's about to be in the rotation this week. Again, that's Mont Blanc Emblem Intense. Definitely one of my favorite cheap fragrances I've picked up this year. So at the recording of this is my out the shower scent currently right now on my skin. I sprayed like 8 sprays because I haven't worn it in a little while. When putting this video together, this had to be in here. This is definitely one of my favorite cheap fragrances I've picked up this year. Performance is terrible, but the scent is wonderful. It's like spraying yourself down with watermelon juice. Kenneth Cole Reaction. I haven't been wearing it lately. It's been a few weeks, several weeks actually, since I've worn it. So when I had this video idea, this had to be in here, and it makes me so happy smelling this one. It's such a delight to wear. And like I said, it's like a 2-hour fragrance at best. This is gym bag stuff right here, through and through, out the shower. Not really good for a whole lot else besides that unless you want to respray frequently throughout the day. But the scent is that damn good in my opinion. Synthetic, absolutely, but it smells like spraying yourself down with watermelon juice. It's great to me. That's why it went as far as being number 2 in this video. Yes, surprising to some of you because there's probably a lot of you that would have picked 3 or 4 of these fragrances over this one, but this is me personally. This is how I feel about them, and it's a nostalgic scent because I used to have it years ago. I rebought it this year, and I have been digging it every time I spray it. And sadly, it's been getting lost in the shuffle for at least a month now. So I need to get it back in my out the shower rotation, and tonight was the start of that. It's Kenneth Cole Reaction. My favorite cheap fragrance that I have picked up so far this year, hands down. Now look, it's not built for this season. That's why you haven't been seeing me wear it. But in the winter, late winter when I picked this up, early spring, I was wearing it. I was featuring it in videos. I think it's great for the 20 bucks I paid for this 100 milliliter bottle of Guess 1981 Los Angeles. That's right, the warmer, spicier version of Versace Eros on a budget. I think it smells better than Eros. And look, I love Eros CDP. I've worn that quite a bit in the spring this year, actually. I smell it floating in the air. It's so good for me, guys. It's a solid performer, average performance, 5 to 7 hours range, solid, very good longevity, definitely a compliment getter. A bit more youthful because it is more on the synthetic side than even Versace Eros itself, but the amber, this dry pepper up top, really warms it up, adds a nice spicy undertone while not making it an overly spicy fragrance, while still being a Versace Eros type of DNA at its core. Even though the note breakdown is not exact to it, the scent profile is extremely similar. Like I said, I like that about it. I like the twist that was put on that Eros smell, and I think this is the best cheapie I've picked up this year. Probably not going to change throughout the year. It'll be hard to top this one. Once the fall hits, I'll start wearing this one again. I think this is fantastic. They pop up at the rack stores, gift sets, bottles. I probably won't stop recommending this one as long as it's in production because I think it's that good of a bang for your buck evening fragrance. If you want an evening fragrance that people are just going to think you smell good, nothing complicated about it. Let's not break down nuances and, ooh, I pick up the vanilla. Screw the nuances. You're just flat out going to smell good. And it's going to last a pretty good while on your skin. And you're only going to pay 20 bucks. Check, check, check. All great stuff. My favorite cheap fragrance I've picked up this year, Guess 1981 Los Angeles. Well, that's the 10. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. What are your favorite cheap fragrances that you've picked up this year? I know you guys love the cheapie videos. The cheapies are my bread and butter. Don't matter how many niche fragrances I get, I can't get away from my cheapies. Because at my core, I'm a bargain hunter. I like to get nice things on a budget. I like to smell nice on a budget. I can enjoy a $20 fragrance just as much as I can enjoy a $200 fragrance because I can find something enjoyable about most. Do I like everything? Absolutely not. I do not like everything, but there's a lot of things that I really do enjoy because I love variety in these fragrances, and these 10 right here, should show you that. Definitely my 10 favorite cheapies that I picked up so far in 2021. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these fragrances, give them a spray now. Might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.